Hey guys, and welcome back to Cypher Gaming. Cypher here with some bullshit I want to talk about. Um, I'm very happy with the way the channel's going. I really am. And I love all of you guys, and I love the support I get from you guys. And it makes me really, really happy to do this and to make content and to do all this stuff for you guys. And nothing's changing with it at all. I'm just here to talk to you and just give a little update on things that are going on in my life because I'm really excited and I'm really happy, and it's a bunch of different things that are coming in together and kind of mashing together for some that it's hard to explain really, but I'm going to try. So first off, as you all know, I live in my own apartment on my own, and I have a fantastic job, which is great. And I was just recently helping them pick out new interns, which is amazing because that's where I started off as an intern and moved into full time, and it was cool to kind of be a part of that process and to help them out, which was it was really cool to see it from the other end of the spectrum, looking in at what was going on and what it was like being at that table and looking at the students instead of being a student and looking at this place, hoping to God that they like you and that you get a job, because there's some really good talent that came through that when we went. And I'm really excited to see where they go and to see where they fit in the company. But that's not what I'm here to talk about. You guys know all that stuff. That's bullshit. You don't need to know. I recently just bought a car. First big car purchase ever. And I'm incredibly excited. I bought a Hyundai Elantra GT. I'm leasing it, but I'm going to own it for 3 years. And I pick it up this Friday. And I'll probably end up posting a picture of it somewhere because I'm in love with it and it looks amazing, and I'm gonna go really fast and it's gonna be a good time. But what I really wanted to talk about was this job fair I was at and being prepared for something like that, whether it be for any major. This is just one of those things I want to talk about that that really that I grew up having really good support background and having a really good base to build off of, and parents and friends and teachers who were supportive and helped me. And I'm just going to give some advice about that kind of stuff, like resume advice, what to do when you job fairs, like when you should start, stuff like that. Well, the first thing I want to talk about is when you should start. As soon as you can, start doing mock interviews, practice interviewing. You want to do it from both ends. You want to look up the 10 top asked questions that people are asking in interviews. It will really, really give you a good sense of what they are looking for and what you should answer, and then you can practice your answers. You can cater your answer pretty much to the question and then tweak it depending on who you're interviewing with. Now, for example, like a good question that I asked at this job fair was, describe a project that you did in school or at a past internship or job that you thought was the most beneficial to you. And I don't want a project description. I don't want that. Nobody wants that. They want you to be very specific. They want you to see. What they're looking for is to see if you had a leading role in that project, or if you were the driving force or the brains behind it almost. Like, they want to hear in detail what it's about. They might not understand it, but they're going to understand that you understand it, and that's what they're looking for. They're looking for somebody who worked hard and did that. And another question I asked was, what was your favorite class? And what made you pick the major? Stuff like that really, really describes a lot about someone's character. If they when you're talking to someone and you ask them a question like that, and you see their eyes light up, and they see them get this little stupid grin like I'm getting right now when they get really passionate about something, and that's when you know that they're going to be really good at what they do because they have a passion for it, and they have the drive and the gumption to sit there and be like, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. And that's the kind of person you're looking for, and that's the kind of person you want to be. And even if you don't really have a passion for what you do, but you do enjoy it, express that some way. Like, just either in body language or in just say it. Just say, like, I really like what I do. Because some people just don't have a passion. And that's not a bad thing, and it's not like something you need to go find. It's just something that comes naturally with time. Now, I just happened to figure out my passion was programming, and my passion was entertaining people and on YouTube, because this is another passion of mine that I really just love doing it. Like, I look forward to it every day when I get out of work. Even if there's 2 people in the stream, I get to talk to 2 people and brighten their days while I get to play video games. It's a win-win for me. After that, that's enough about interviews and stuff like that. Feel free to message me on Google+, on Facebook, on YouTube. Leave a comment on the video asking questions. I've been through hundreds of interviews, and I've submitted hundreds of applications for a multitude of different things, and I'm pretty experienced from the end that in applications and what to expect going in, and also from the other end, from the interviewing process. Like, I know what questions I'd ask somebody. I would look at a resume, stuff like that. Speaking of resumes, go online and look up PurdueOwl.com. No, not PurdueOwl.com. Look up a resume template, from anywhere, and it'd be worthwhile to you to look at that template and follow it. If you want a copy of my resume, I will give you it. I had a couple professionals in my field look it over and read it. Now, I would gladly send you a copy of my resume with anything, with notes, with whatever you want to help you get that edge over somebody else. Because there was times at this job fair where I got a resume and I was looking at it and the resume was shit. And I'm just like, you obviously didn't put the time and effort into selling yourself on a piece of paper, let alone selling yourself in person. Now, when I got an impressive resume that was well put out and it was well worded, it shows that the kid put time and effort into selling himself, into trying to make himself a step above the rest. And that's another huge thing that not a lot of people think about, is it might be just a piece of paper to you, but to an employer, that is what they see and that is what they remember. That's what they look at when they go back and say, did we like this kid? They look at the resume and be like, yes, we did. Or no, we didn't, based on that and based on their memory. But that's another huge thing. And again, I'm willing to help anybody who asks. The third thing I want to talk about is experience and getting job experience. If you have an opportunity to pursue something in your field, whether it be shadowing, whether it be unpaid internship, whether it be just stopping by one day and asking questions or talking to a professor about something they did in the past, learn as much as you can and put it all on your resume. Any amount of experience you get, it's worth putting on there. And it's a lot of people are like, oh, I don't want to overstuff my resume. Yeah, you don't. You want to keep it like 1 page, at maybe like 2 pages at most. You never want to go over that. But you want to put relative experience. Now, I have an associate's degree. And the job I was applying for in the internship, they were looking for a bachelor's degree. I still had 2 more years of school to go before I could even consider getting something like that. But what happened, why they chose me, was because I showed good work ethic. I worked well with others. I'm very sociable. Like, don't be afraid to talk to somebody, especially somebody who can give you an opportunity like that. And the third reason was because I sat and I did web development all the time. Whenever I got the opportunity to build a website for somebody, I did. And whether or not I made money, whether or not they actually put it up on the server, it didn't matter. It was the fact that I had experience doing something that had real world application. And anything like that is great. They say you're not a professional in the field until you have at least 10,000 hours under your belt of just work. I don't even have anywhere near that. And I've done 2 to 3 years of college and programming on the side and even working 40 hours a week here. It's like, it takes a long time and a lot of hard work to get there. But once you put through the effort and once you find that path and find the direction in which you want to go, it's easy. You don't even have to think about it. You just work and you do it and you get better every day. I learn something new every day when I go to work. And whether that be I talk to a coworker or my boss and they teach me something, or I look it up online and figure out, oh my God, I could be doing this differently and making it 100 times easier on myself. It's not about coming in with a lot of knowledge. It's coming in with the attitude that you're willing to learn and you're willing to adapt to whatever they throw at you. And you're willing to do whatever it takes to learn that skill. One of my old bosses always told me, it's never I can't do something. It's I will always try and learn it. And that makes perfect sense to me. Never tell somebody no. Ever. If you don't think you can do it, ask a question. Look it up online. Then get back to the person. Never say no. Always take opportunity when it comes at your door, because you don't know when it's going to come back again. And in certain fields like technology and in medical fields and stuff like that, there's a lot out there. But another thing I always keep in the back of my head is that there is always somebody better than you. And that you should always strive to be better than that person or work to be equal to that person. So if you're both fighting for a job, you shine just as brightly, if not brighter, than that other person for working just as hard. So again, thank you for coming to listen. Thank you for supporting me. I stream every day from 6 to 11. Remember to drop a like and subscribe. Every little bit helps. Cypher here signing off, and I just want to say, please message me if you need help. I am more than willing to look at a resume. I'm more than willing to read a cover letter and give you pointers where I can. Thanks again, guys, and have a wonderful goddamn night.